Let's assume that we have the following situation. We have implemented a class rational in a project called rational, and now what we want to do is we want to implement another class called rational set in a project called rational set. And the class rational set will use the interface from class rational or in the project rational. So how do we set this up in Visual Studio 2010? First thing we're going to do is we're going to right click on rational set. We're going to come down to properties. We're going to go to VC++ directories, and I've already got this set up, but I'll just show you again how we go through this. We're going to actually edit, and let's assume that there was nothing here. So if there's nothing there, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this ... and right now we're in rational set. We're going to have to go back one. We are going to select rational, and what's not visible here is in this particular folder is rational.h, and that is what we want, so we'll select that folder. We select that folder and we do OK. So that allows us to include rational.h. Now, rational.obj is actually an object module that we want to include. And so what we need to do here is a similar situation. I'll wipe this out. We'll click on the ... We'll go back to CS250 Spring 13. We'll go into rational, and now the .obj for rational is actually in the debug folder. We'll select that, and now we can go ahead and say OK. So the include directories are going to be in rational, and the library directories are going to be in rational, the debug folder of rational. Now the linker we need to input, and again, it's just selecting, and so you can see here that the object module that we want to link up is called rational.obj. So if that wasn't there, you would just type in rational.obj and then go ahead and click OK. So that actually sets up such that rational set can actually access information from rational. We have the includes, we have the libraries. Now there's one other thing that you need to do. You need to go to the actual solution space. You need to right click on that, go to properties, and now this sets up, you want to set up the project dependencies. So take a look at the project dependencies, and it turns out that rational set, we want to make sure that this is checked right here. So if this wasn't checked, rational set depends on information from rational. And so now when we build rational set, Visual Studio will make sure that rational also builds and is up to date before rational set is built, because remember, rational set is going to include rational.obj. And now we're set up so that rational set can actually include anything from rational, and we're good to go.